Last time, we witnessed Brazil's fiery struggle for independence. But what happened after the confetti settled and the empire rose? How did that empire crumble? And how did Brazil transform into the vibrant, complex nation we see today? Get ready, because this chapter of history is a roller coaster of revolts, dictatorships, and breathtaking transformation. Welcome back to Brazilian Curiosities. After declaring independence in 1822, Brazil became a constitutional empire under Dom Pedro I. He was a key figure in the separation from Portugal, but his rule was rocky. Facing political turmoil, he eventually abdicated and returned to Portugal, leaving his 5-year-old son, Dom Pedro II, as his heir. Imagine a whole empire waiting for a child to grow up. And grow up he did. Under Dom Pedro II's long reign, Brazil experienced a period of remarkable progress. Railways began to snake across the vast territory, connecting cities and boosting trade. Coffee became king, fueling the economy and making Brazil a global agricultural powerhouse. Immigrants from Europe and Asia flocked to its shores, adding new layers to its cultural fabric. Brazil was on the rise. However, a dark shadow loomed over this progress: slavery. The nation's economy was built on the backs of millions of enslaved Africans, a brutal reality that created deep social and moral tensions. The pressure for abolition grew stronger year by year, both from within Brazil and from the international community. Finally, in 1888, while her father was away, Princess Isabel signed the historic Lei Áurea, the Golden Law, officially abolishing slavery. Brazil was the very last country in the Western Hemisphere to do so. This monumental act of freedom, however, sealed the monarchy's fate. The powerful landowners who had lost their enslaved workforce withdrew their support for the emperor. Just 1 year later, in 1889, a military coup peacefully overthrew the monarchy, and Brazil was declared a republic. The 20th century was anything but quiet. Brazil navigated a dizzying series of challenges: political instability, military coups, and the long, complex era of Getúlio Vargas, who ruled as both a dictator and a populist president. Then came the military dictatorship that began in 1964, a dark period of repression that lasted for over 2 decades. Economic highs and lows created a constant sense of uncertainty. Yet, through all this turmoil, Brazil's culture exploded with creativity and life. This was the era that gave the world the smooth, sophisticated rhythms of bossa nova. It was the era of Pelé, who elevated football to an art form and became a global icon. It was the era when the world became fascinated with the mysteries of the Amazon rainforest. And in a stunning display of ambition, Brazil built its new capital, Brasília, a masterpiece of modernist architecture from scratch in the middle of the country in just 4 years during the late 1950s. Today, Brazil stands as a testament to resilience and diversity. It's a nation that has weathered empires, republics, and dictatorships, all while forging a unique identity that blends its rich history, incredible culture, and an undeniable passion for life. From an empire built on gold and coffee to a vibrant democracy that champions its green forests, Brazil's journey is one of constant reinvention. Its story is far from over. What will the next chapter hold for this fascinating country? To keep exploring the stories, legends, and mysteries that have shaped Brazil from its past into its future, make sure you subscribe to Brazilian Curiosities. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, because every curiosity tells a story worth knowing.